fallible, curious, a perfect point of entry for kids imagining themselves in the DC universe. That clever bit of reader identification took root, and in 1954, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen was given his own series, kicking off a 20-year run filled with journalism, hijinks, and increasingly, transformations. At first, the stories were fairly grounded, Jimmy chasing scoops, getting into trouble, and proving his worth. By the late 1950s, whimsy had taken over. By 1957, the seeds were planted. And by the end of 1958, the series fully embraced the surreal and never looked back. Nearly every issue featured a new, often bizarre transformation. Jimmy as a werewolf, a giant turtle, an alien, a genie, or Elastic Lad. The causes? Often something Superman brought back from deep space, or the latest ill-advised experiment from Professor Potter. To a casual reader, these might look like throwaway gags, but dig deeper and you'll find they're gold mines, not just of entertainment, but of cultural subtext. Behind the scenes, a formula clicked. Editor Mort Weisinger encouraged the creative team to go weirder, wilder, and stranger. The more outlandish the transformation, the better. And so we got Bizarro Jimmy, Turtle Man Jimmy, Chameleon Head Jimmy, even the tragically overlooked Human Octopus Jimmy. The earliest examples are written by Otto Binder, who'd spent years plotting the whimsical exploits of Captain Marvel. Even Superman co-creator Jerry Siegel got involved writing some of these stories. But it's important to note that these weren't just stories for laughs. They were visual metaphors, parables of power, identity, and anxiety, all under the safety blanket of Silver Age silliness. In all, I found 42 different Jimmy Olsen transformations. There might be more. Here are 10 of my favorites in reverse chronological order. The Super Brain of Jimmy Olsen from Superman's Pal Jimmy Olsen number 22, August 1957, written by Otto Binder and drawn by Curt Swan. Jimmy gains a massive cranium and superintelligence after exposure to a mysterious machine. He becomes a cold, calculating genius, and apparently a real pain for Superman. This story plays on Cold War-era fears of unchecked scientific advancement. Jimmy's transformation into a hyper-intelligent but emotionally detached figure mirrors the era's suspicion of intellect divorced from humanity. In the Atomic Age, intelligence was both revered and feared. Jimmy's cold, calculating superintellect echoes anxieties about scientists creating weapons of mass destruction